So the other day I made a video about how you can save money on a vegan diet, and I even showed that plant foods are cheaper even if we account for cost per gram of protein, but someone left a really good, interesting question in the comment section that I thought deserved its own video. How do you manage to keep macros on a vegan diet? If you get the protein from kidney beans, quinoa, black beans, and soy milk, aren't the carbs going to be too high every time for a bodybuilding diet? On a vegan diet, can you get a source of protein without adding any carbs? Okay, so it might be cheaper to get protein on a vegan diet, but a lot of people are worried that these vegan protein sources also come with a lot of carbohydrates, like beans and quinoa, and we do see a lot of bodybuilders stick to lower carbohydrate diets, especially during competition time when they're trying to lose weight, with the idea being that too many carbohydrates can cause weight gain, or at least make it harder to lose weight. Well, first of all, the process by which carbohydrates are converted into fat is called de novo lipogenesis, and under normal circumstances it doesn't ever really contribute to weight gain. In overfeeding experiments where subjects are fed a surplus of carbohydrate calories, de novo lipogenesis makes up a very small portion of surplus carbohydrate calories and a very small portion of total fat stored. So what's happening is these excess carbohydrate calories are suppressing the oxidation of fat, and thus fat storage increases. This, however, only happens when we significantly exceed our daily energy expenditure, so carbohydrates definitely aren't a fattening macronutrient. And in fact, when we compare carbohydrate to fat overfeeding, fat causes significantly more weight gain than carbohydrate does. This is partly due to the fact that fat is very efficiently stored into adipose tissue, so efficiently in fact that by performing an adipose tissue biopsy, you can determine the fat sources in one's diet. So if you're going to worry about any one macronutrient causing fat storage, it should be fat, not carbohydrate. Also keep in mind that carbohydrates are your body's preferred energy source, and excess carbohydrates get stored as glycogen, not fat. So especially if you're an active person, having a high percentage of your calories coming from carbohydrates won't make you fat. Now, that's a lot of boring science, so let's take a look at some real-world examples, and this is Kubila Samuel from Ghana in West Africa. He claims to be a natural bodybuilder, who knows, but regardless, the guy looks amazing, very muscular, and he's very lean and well-defined all year round. If you look through all of his Instagram photos, he never really puts on body fat. Now, this guy isn't vegan, but he does eat a very high carbohydrate diet, and he does talk about it in his Instagram posts. All you see is carbs, all I see is gains. The energy from this food is more powerful than any pre-workout on this planet. And another post, if you hate carbs, then you are not my diet mate. The balls you see right here are banku, carbs, and they're made with corn and cassava dough cooked together. He even talks about the health benefits of these high-carb plant foods, even says they fight heart disease and keep you healthy. And look at the guy, very high carbohydrate diet, he's swole as fuck, very lean, and this isn't coming from me as a bodyist vegan, this is coming from a guy who still eats meat, and look at him. I'd also recommend you check out Humorous Fitness on YouTube. He's a vegan bodybuilder, and I think he competes in physique competitions in particular. He eats a lot of high carbohydrate plant foods, and even though he's bulking at the moment, he still stays very lean, and even though he's vegan, he is still making gains, and he isn't an asshole like me. And for those of you who still absolutely need low-carb, high-protein plant foods, I mentioned tofu and textured vegetable protein in my last video, and you can even follow low-carb vegan diets. Corey McCarthy did a video about this a little while ago, and I'll link that video of his down in the description below. So I hope that has given you some enlightenment. Don't be afraid of the carbohydrate content in foods like beans, and carb the fuck up and make some vegan gains.
Beef. What a relief. When will this poisonous product cease? This is another public service announcement. You can believe it or you can doubt it. Let us begin now with the cow. The way it gets to your